What up, YouTube? Moose Cow here with a recap of round one of our game of Kings and Kaisers. I am, of course, the Central Powers this time, and Madman is the Allied Powers. And we got a very different game from the last one that we played. We've got a few setup changes. If you didn't catch my earlier mentions, we got a few setup changes, and we have a few NO National Objective changes as well to incorporate. We also have this wonderful battle board that Madman dropped off to me, which is just, this looks dope. It's big. Anyway, so on with the show. Here's a recap of what happened. Austria-Hungary did not declare war against Italy, and Austria-Hungary went into Serbia, had a very unsuccessful campaign against them, and the same thing against the Russians in western Ukraine, and then also knocked out Switzerland. And in each one of those territories, the Austrians only suffered 2 casualties in each territory. And in Serbia and western Ukraine, when they attacked, they only got 1 hit each, but they wiped out the 6 Swiss in Switzerland. You could say this was instead of the Schlieffen plan into Belgium, it's a Swissen plan or something. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, they got pretty much everybody in this game, except for Japan, everybody in this game got a tech breakthrough. Germany still has a tech. They bought one, but they only got 1 breakthrough. So Italy ended up with poison gas. Russia ended up with poison gas. Austrians ended up with a minefield. Germany ended up with a military base. Britain ended up with a naval port, and the United States ended up with improved sea mines, or naval mines, and gave them to the British, so we know exactly where those are going to go. No surprise there. I would do the same. Japan, like I said, is the only one that did not get a tech breakthrough. And am I missing anybody else? There's a lot of powers involved. Oh yeah, France got a machine gun, so they got another machine gun there in play. Okay, anyway, on with the show with Austria. They attacked here, they attacked here, they attacked there, and shuffled units around, pretty much, bought a bunch of artillery and infantry. Russia did the same and kind of did a BBR move where they just pulled back. They didn't attack anywhere. They did walk in and activate Romania, though, so they got themselves a minor city with that. They brought units down to Crimea. They put the poison gas there, concentrated in Belarus, built units and pulled all the cavalry back to central Russia. Russia built 2 fighter planes to ward off Zeppelin strategic bombing raids, and they brought their Far East units over. Germany did not declare war against anybody and went straight into France, and also migrated units into Switzerland as well. So that's fun. Forcing the French to basically pull back, because now they have 2 territories to defend. They left 1 unit in Lorraine, and because Switzerland here, this guy's kind of taking up, Switzerland here can attack Burgundy. So that kind of explains why he didn't just go straight into Lorraine. You know, he's got to defend from two territories, basically. Germany also, like I said, did not declare war against the British Empire, so they were able to move units through to C-Zone 19. They attacked the French in 18 and lost 2 subs against mines and a cruiser, but they did knock out the cruiser. And then he brought that transport left over back to 27. He mobilized a sub. He moved his French fleet over here, moved the French units over there, left that guy there. What else? Oh yeah, Germany invaded Denmark, which made Iceland and Greenland French now, since those are all connected and stuff. As it is a minor neutral power, and not aligned. If it's an aligned power, like say Portugal, if one of these Portuguese units or Belgian units gets attacked, it doesn't activate the other ones. They all have to be individual. If it's minor aligned, it has to be individually activated. Anyway, what else? Okay, they used their Zeppelins. Germany used their Zeppelins as air transports to also transport more infantry units down to Switzerland and Alsace. and then go back to Berlin. They also built 2 more subs, which kind of makes up for the 2 subs that they lost. And that about does it for Germany. They sent a lot of their units. They took out the 1 infantry that was in Poland and sent their fighter eastward, sent their units to East Prussia. Then shucked units over here in the Pacific, moved them around, convoyed the French over here, and took out French Polynesia right here as well. And then brought their cruisers, a cruiser from over here and a cruiser from over here over to the sea zone. Granted, I'm blocking this currently, but yeah, they go. There's a cruiser that starts here, 1, 2, 3. So that's that. And that pretty much covers it for Germany and France. British Empire is neutral, so British Empire does what British Empire does while neutral, and they build stuff. And they built another battleship, another sub. I think he built another cruiser as well. Built a cavalry over here. Built units in South Africa. Picked up some new units from Malta and Cyprus that we added to the setup. Dropped them in Egypt. Moved units to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan and all that jazz. And what else? Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, then the naval units started bringing some Anzac units over this way, moving the Navy back down to here pretty much, and preparing for dealing with the African situation, you know, and the Middle East, you know. So is what it is. Japan just built stuff, as the British Empire is not at war, so they cannot be at war yet. So they just built stuff and moved a few units south. The Ottoman Empire, also neutral, started ramping up for Armenia and fortifying Palestine, building more artillery. They got poison gas but did not place it yet. The Italians, they got poison gas, like I said, and they just moved everything up here because they sensed the inevitable war. They also built another transport and a submarine and moved their units from Sardinia and Sicily to Libya. Gearing up for that, which is going to be fun. And the United States, also neutral, like I said, they got a tech breakthrough, shared it with Britain, and he mobilized a transport and another cruiser here in Sea Zone 69 and did some shucking of units to southwest United States and also eastern United States, and then moved his sea units from 5 to 4. I don't know, maybe he's sensing some activity from Pancho Villa, who knows. Anyway, so that covers it for round 1. In terms of victory points, pardon the glare from this prototype. It's laminated, that's why. So right now the Allies technically have the African point, even though not much has happened there. The Central Powers have the Pacific Colony point, and currently Allies have prevented Fate of Russia, and Allies, the Russian Revolution, apologies, not the Fate of Russia. This has to happen first. So Russian Revolution hasn't happened, so the Allies have that, and the Allies have favorable trade. Nobody has Western Front right now. Western Front is most control of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6. I forget. 1 second. Where's that card? I got a card someplace. Oh, here it is. Okay. Western Front. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So France has 2. Germany has 2 because Lorraine is contested. Nobody controls Belgium, so nobody has Western Front right now. And that about does it. Again, the only minor city that's controlled right now is Bucharest, which again is actually missing from this prototype, but you get the point. Looking forward to getting an updated version of it, of the victory point tracker. But anyway, it's still totally functional for our game. Anyway, so that about does it for round 1 of Kings and Kaisers. I am going to go into Austria-Hungary now, so we'll get to it.